Hi guys, and welcome back to FutureFunded. Today I'm going to be going through one of my secret elements that I use to become consistently profitable, not just pass my account with FutureFunded, but receive consistent payouts over a long period of time. And it's been the core fundamental thing that has allowed me to scale and become a better trader. It's called OneNote. You might have heard of it, you might not have. It is my sole trading journal and the template that I use to be able to understand good habits, bad habits, what I need to do less, and what I can focus on more. So let's jump into it. I'll show you how it works.
Okay, so let's just get into it from the start to the finish. So first thing I want to do when I'm looking at journaling is I want to take screenshots of the actual setup. I normally do this post trade rather than prior to actually entering. I want to take it on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. The 1 minute is purely for the entry. The 5 minute is purely to give me an idea of the structure that we were looking at based upon that day. Now, a lot of people can just write anything. Okay, I like to keep it pretty structured and to the point. So when I'm looking at it, the first thing I want to understand is what was I looking for? So I want to have a reasonable understanding of what my opinion was going into today. I try and keep it as close to the strategy as possible, but I just want to see if there's any like discrepancies within my opinion in comparison to the actual strategy. So I'll write down exactly what I saw. So I saw weekly was bullish internally, so overall picture was the upside. We were currently taking or trading within a daily point of interest, so price could reverse at any point. We tapped Asia lows, so I was looking for an easy sweep followed by break structure followed by another liquidity sweep. So that's my opinion. Now we want to understand it, okay, what did we actually see? What did the market actually do? Okay, and that's really crucial, because then we can start to link our opinion to what actually happened, and then we can start to see how close we are, or better yet, how far away we are from what we speculate and how the markets actually play out. Okay, so then once we go and see what actually happened, we can then ask ourselves the question: did the strategy line up, and was I close? But most importantly, the strategy lined up. If it does line up, great. If it doesn't, then list exactly the reasons as to why it didn't line up. Okay, so the breaker structure wasn't clean, the point of interest wasn't actually valid, or the market structure on the higher time frames like the 4 hour and the daily was showing signs of bearishness. It could be anything, right? But either way, have a in-depth detailed outline as to why the edge didn't line up with what was going on. Okay, because then what you can start to do is you can start to notice patterns, and then you can start to actually notice whether you're even taking your strategy. More often than not, a lot of the times when you take a trade and it turns out to be a loss, you will not normally find something within there that doesn't actually line up with your rules, or there might be one thing missing. Okay, it's not that often that you take a trade that hits every single one of your confluences and still loses consistently. That doesn't happen very often. Normally you yourself have done something wrong. All right, so does it line up? And then most importantly, how did you feel when you entered the trade? This is really crucial, guys, because if you start to review your journal and if you start to compare it to your other journals and your other trade analysis and so forth, you can start to see how you feel during trades that you have ticked every box in comparison to a trade where you might not have ticked every box, or you might have missed something you haven't realized just yet. All right, so actually a lot of people think, oh well, why do I have to monitor my feelings? No, monitoring your feelings is being able to manage your emotions and know what to do next time to not put yourself in the same situation where you might feel revengeful, hesitant, or feel like over trading, or feel like being greedy and so forth and so on. So these are really good, in my opinion, really crucial elements that you need to jot down, and just jot down exactly how you felt from the moment you entered right the way through to the moment that you felt, or right the way through to the moment that you got your outcome. Okay, in trading, the outcome doesn't matter. All right, the outcome's the last thing you need to worry about. Focus on how you feel and the thoughts that were coming into your mind, and whether that made or had an impact or sabotaged your trade in any way, shape, or form. Okay, And then once you've done that, then just go and simply write down all the things that you did right and then all the things that you did wrong. Keep it as balanced and as fair as possible. If you take a losing trade, the goal isn't to essentially knock yourself down. Trading, it's hard enough already. The last thing you need to do at that point is then continuously start hitting and battering your self-worth. All right. So try and keep it as balanced and fair as possible. Praise yourself as much as you can. And of course, write down as many wrongdoings that you did so that you can improve and so that you know exactly what to not do next time. But of course, be positive about it. Don't be, don't be too negative. Don't beat yourself up. This, that, and the other. Trading is winning and losing. You can't be thinking you're the best trader in the world when you win a trade and then thinking that you're useless when you lose. All right, it's just not how things work. You have to find an equilibrium with this, and you have to be able to not allow the wins to go to your head and not allow the losers to go to your heart. Journaling and reviewing your setups, especially in this manner, is a good way of just basically stripping away the emotion and focusing on the rationality of things. Okay, and this is what I've been using for years now, and it has served me very, very well in terms of being able to develop. Most importantly, the thing that it's done the best, I would say, is being able to help me develop, well, not develop, but being able to help me understand when there is a pattern, whether that's a positive pattern or whether that's a negative one that I need to get rid of. All right, and that for me is one of the most crucial elements in trading, because it gets rid of all your bad habits and just focuses on all your good habits. All right. This, guys, I'm not trying to sell you anything here. You can see for yourself. It's completely free. OneNote, you can just download it either on the internet or through your desktop. It's the exact thing I've been using for FutureFunded. It literally helped me get funded with them for the first time, and it's helped me get consistent payouts both on FX and on futures. All right, so like I said, it doesn't really matter. You can choose either or. All right, I hope that helps, guys.
So guys, I hope you found OneNote useful. Like I said, it is the fundamental thing that I've always used from pretty much the point that I became consistent up until now. You can download it completely for free, either on Google or through your desktop. But either way, this is the very thing that I would recommend using, especially if you're looking to pass your challenge. It's exactly the thing that I use for FutureFunded. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, go get your challenge and we'll see you inside.